Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. The markets are providing a very flat trading range, which allows us to identify that there is no major bullish support or bearish support in this market. Now, obviously, it's moving sideways. Anybody could say, yeah, it's moving sideways. However, we can see what the nature of each trading day is that gets it more compelling or more convincing. There's no overall market trend. An up day, a down day, a down day, an up day, a down day. Stochastic's not really going in any great direction. And the Dow today closed below the T line, just barely. Now that lack of candlestick signals in here tells us there's really no investor sentiment compelling move one way or the other. So looking at this chart by itself, you have to assume, well, we don't really have any trend direction, either sit in cash or have both long and short positions in the portfolio. But we can take it one step further and say the NASDAQ, after a strong signal, has not really produced anything that told us any direction. However, notice what it did do today. It did a bearish engulfing signal. Obviously, that's a much more informative day of trading than merely a non-signal day. That gives you a little bit more implication that this downtrend may still be in progress. So this makes it important to see how the markets move tomorrow. Now, there are cases where we can see when the bulls have taken control and when there is no bullish or bearish control. NVIDIA is a prime example of that there's no signal in here that tells us this signal here is confirming. That tells us, looking at this chart, we want to be someplace else. What we're looking for are the power signals. As our recommendation on KPTI last week was based upon a bearish kicker signal. That obviously reveals a very strong selling power. Same scenario on our short recommendation on PubM, bearish kicker signal. Now, if this opens lower tomorrow, we can add another analysis to it. If it opens lower, what type of signal do we have? We've got a bearish, a doji sandwich telling us that day right there and this day right there will probably be the same, already implying that this level right here will not act as support. This is what we can use to analyze what happens in human nature to tell us whether a support and resistance level is going to be effective. A bearish doji sandwich tells us this downtrend is still in progress. A left-right combo, and our recommendation to go short on DH today was based upon the fact that a left-right combo is one of your strongest reversal signals. Number one. Number two, yesterday, not only did it fail to go through the 50 when it did a bearish left-right combo, it closed below the T line. This made for a very high probability trend direction. So when you combine that, we recommended shorting Roblox because of the left-right combo after a strong bearish kicker signal telling us more than likely this downtrend is coming back to the bottom of the channel, giving us a high probability of going short and having a profitable trade. The signals are what tell you there's a change of investor sentiment. A shooting star, a hanging man, and a lower open on net. Stochastics rolling over, a close below the T line. Sorry about that. They were calling to tell me my car warranty may be expired. Anyways, we know what the probabilities are of a lower trade when it opens lower after a hanging man. Again, extremely high probability, shooting star, hanging man, bearish confirmation closing below not only the 50, but the T line. And look where it did it, right at the same level it topped out before, giving us a high probability of a double top. This is not rocket science. This is just merely analyzing the charts or the chart patterns that the Japanese rice traders have illustrated for hundreds of years. Does every high probability trade entry produce a big profit? Definitely not. But it puts you in situations where the probabilities are pretty strong that something's happening, that you're going to be in the right trade at the right time. As we can see in the wheat trade, obviously now we can see what was happening. Everybody was buying because if the Ukraine was put under, less wheat, big profits. So you don't have to be a sophisticated technical analyst. You don't even have to be a sophisticated fundamental analyst. All we have to do is analyze what everybody else is analyzing. These signals and patterns are in the High Profit Candlestick Patterns book to keep your emotions out of your trading, Candlestick Profits, Eliminating Emotions. And then we recommend you going back to the first book, Candlestick Trading, published by Wiley & Son, kind of reinforcing all this information. We are going to be doing a Candlestick 2-day training, March 26th and March 27th. You might want to come join that. This is what a 2-day butt-sore, brain-frying session will allow you to see investing in a completely different perspective, where everything you're trading or everything you're analyzing puts you into high profit or high probability trade setups. You might use our link that I've put in the text area to try our 2-week free trial. Coming to our chat rooms each day, coming to our training sessions on Monday night for members, Thursday nights for everybody. But what this does is the more you see how candlestick charts work, it's like your old baseball glove. The more you use it, the more it worked. Come join us, try us for 2 weeks. You'll see what the logic is of candlestick analysis that will greatly enhance whatever trading program you're currently doing. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.